Remember a time when your website crashing from too much traffic was the dream? When tens of thousands of people flooded your page in mere minutes, all because you hit the front page of Digg. For a couple of years, Digg was the Wild West of the internet, a place where any link could go viral in seconds, and your site could be hailed or torn apart by the online masses. But just as fast as Digg rose to prominence, it faded away, leaving a legacy that shaped how we use the internet today. Today, we're diving into the history of Digg, its rise, its impact, and why it matters more than you might think. Back in the early 2000s, the internet was still finding its legs. We had email, AOL chat rooms, and platforms like Friendster, but not everyone was online. Social media, as we know it today, didn't exist yet. The idea of publicly sharing personal photos on a platform like Flickr was revolutionary and a bit strange at the time. People were just starting to connect in ways that were new and exciting, and this is where Kevin Rose enters the picture. Known for his time on Tech TV, Rose saw a world where internet users could have more control over the content they saw, where the gatekeeping of editors would be replaced by the wisdom of the crowd. Inspired by platforms like Slashdot, but dissatisfied with its limitations, Rose set out to create a platform where users could submit and vote on content themselves. This was the birth of Digg. In 2004, Kevin Rose launched Digg, a site that let users submit links and vote on what should make the homepage. It was a simple yet powerful idea. What users liked got dug to the top, what they didn't like could be buried. At first, it was all about tech news, a place for geeks to geek out over the latest innovations. But quickly, the platform grew beyond that. Users began submitting all sorts of links, from news stories to memes, and Digg's front page became a snapshot of what was trending across the web. Getting a link on the front page of Digg could drive tens of thousands of visitors to your site in a matter of minutes. The Digg effect was a real and often terrifying phenomenon for website owners. Some even refer to it as being Digg-bombed, because while the traffic boost was great, it often crashed websites due to the sheer volume of visitors. Digg wasn't just about getting traffic. It was about transparency and giving control to the people. Users could see exactly what content was rising or falling in real time, and the idea of upvoting and downvoting content, something so familiar to us now, was groundbreaking back then. In an interview, Rose explained how the development of Ajax, a new technology at the time, was key to Digg's success. It allowed users to vote on content without refreshing the entire page, making the process seamless and addictive. Digg was one of the first to implement this technology, and it made the site feel magical. By the late 2000s, Digg was at its peak, with millions of monthly users and more influence than many traditional news outlets. In fact, for a brief moment, it was larger than Facebook. But success came with challenges. The more popular Digg became, the more people tried to game the system. Websites and companies started encouraging their users to dig their content, and some even built bot networks to artificially inflate votes. This undermined the integrity of the platform and frustrated users who felt that Digg was no longer a true reflection of what people wanted to see. To combat this, Digg introduced more complex algorithms, taking into account factors like IP addresses, account age, and referral links to ensure that the votes were genuine. But these measures weren't enough to stop the tide. In 2010, Digg launched a controversial redesign, known as Digg v4. The redesign shifted the focus away from user control to more editorial curation. The backlash was swift, and users began fleeing to a new platform, Reddit. Digg's reign was over. Scene 5, the legacy of Digg. Host, on camera. Even though Digg is no longer the internet powerhouse it once was, its legacy is everywhere. The upvote-downvote system, once a Digg innovation, is now a core feature of platforms like Reddit, YouTube, and even Facebook. Digg helped pioneer the rise of social news and the idea of crowdsourced content, which has shaped the way we consume news and information today. Interestingly, when Digg was sold for a fraction of its former value, its patents, especially the ones relating to voting systems and algorithms, were sold to LinkedIn for millions. These same patents helped shape the social media ecosystem we use today. In my recent conversation with Kevin Rose, he hinted at the possibility of Digg making a comeback, though it would look very different from its original form. Rose believes there's still room for a platform that gives users control over what content they see, without the overwhelming influence of algorithms. Whether or not Digg returns, its influence is undeniable. It was one of the first platforms to truly harness the power of the internet crowd, and in doing so, it changed the web forever. So, the next time you click upvote on Reddit or give a thumbs up on YouTube, remember Digg. It may not be on the front page anymore, but its impact is still with us, in ways big and small. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into internet history, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives, and leave a comment below. Do you think a platform like Digg could thrive today?